Hello, 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 all my yarny friends. Today is Wednesday. That means it is Battle of the Stitches. It is the third Wednesday of the month, and that also means that it is time for the reveal. But before I show you what I made, dun, 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 Battle of the Stitches t-shirt. This t-shirt was designed by Thomas from Totally Fierce Crochet. He has this shirt available in his shop, and that's where I got it. If you'd like to get one, thank you, Thomas. I love the feel of this shirt. I love how it feels. I love how it fits. So I thought it was appropriate to wear that shirt today. And would you like to see what I made with the rocking stitch? Forgive my hair. My curls have a mind of their own today. I made a pillow. So one side of my pillow is the rocking stitch. The other is a rectangular granny. And I made it with the Premier Puzzle yarn in the colorway of Tan Graham. And it pretty much took just about a full skein. It's 384 yards, and this is what's left. So it just about took the whole skein. So follow me over to the table, and let's get started on this tutorial. Sorry, I haven't woven my ends yet. Let's get started on this tutorial of how to make this beautiful pillow cover. See you in a bit. All right, everyone, I wanted to come and show you before we get started what we're going to need for this project today. For this pillow cover, I have used the Premier Puzzle. It is a 328 yard, 300 meter, 7 ounce, 200 gram skein of yarn, and it is a 5 bulky, and it is in the colorway of Tan Graham is the colorway, and I love how the color worked up in this project. So we're going to, and this project took a full skein of this yarn to make this. We also need, of course, our needle, tapestry needle, a pair of scissors, and I used my O-Fire 6mm J hook. And then besides that, for the pillow, you will also need, I used this pillow form, and it is a 12 by 16 pillow form. You can use whatever size pillow form you would like. So we are going to get started, and we're going to do a chain of 40, let me look at my notes. Yep, we're going to do a chain of 48 to get started. So I'm going to make that chain, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, we have our chain of 48 made. So we're going to start, and if you need to, I also have my video from 2 Tuesdays ago from under Battle of the Stitches playlist that shows you the rocking stitch that we're using to make this pattern. But just as a reminder, we'll go through it real quickly again. We're going to start in the second chain from the hook, and we are going to put 2 single crochets together, which is you go into that second chain from the hook and yarn over. You do not finish your single, but you go into the next stitch, next chain. You've got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through all 3. That is 2 single crochets together. Now the remaining stitches will be 3 crochets together, and we're going to work this until we get to the last 2 stitches of the chain. But here's where you start. If you remember, we go into the stitch that we just completed. That's 1, 2, and 3 stitches, and you're going to have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through all 4. That, and then you're going to chain 1. Okay, so we're going to do that again. We're going to 3 single crochets together, and it starts in the chain that you just completed. 1, 2, and 3. You're doing this over these 3 stitches. So 1, 2, whoop, if I can put my hook in the right place, 3. And yarn over and pull through a 4, and chain 1. Again, 1, 2, 3. You have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, chain 1. And we're going to do this all the way down the length of our chain till we have 2 chains left, and I will be right back when I get to the end of the chain. All right, guys, I'm at the end of row 1, at the end of my chain. And because we started our row with 2 single crochets together, we're going to end the row the same way. We go into the last stitch that we created and into the last chain. Yarn over, pull through 3 stitches, chain 1, and turn your work. That is row 1. Now row 2, this is the row that you will repeat until you get your rectangle, the size or square, whatever you, size pillow, kind pillow you're using. But you're going to continue this row 2 and repeat it until you get the size that you need for your pillow form. So we're going to start. We did our chain 1 and turned. We're going to go into that first stitch, and we're going to do 2 single crochets together over the first 2 stitches. 1, 2, yarn over, pull through 3, chain 1. And then it's just the same that we did for row 1. We're going to into the last stitch we made, 1, 2, and into that next third stitch, 3. Yarn over, pull through all 4, chain 1. So we're doing 3 crochets together over the next 3 stitches, which is 1, 2, and then it's hard to see sometimes, but you've got that chain stitch. So 1, 2, 3. And we're going to repeat this 3 crochets together, 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to repeat that all the way down the length of this row, and then making sure that in the last stitch, last 2, you are going to do a two single crochets together instead of 3. So I'll meet you at the end of this row. All right, I am at the end of my row, and I'm doing a 2 single crochet together to finish. So 1, and then right in the top of that chain, 2, yarn over, pull through 3, chain 1. So you're going to continue this back and forth, this row 2. You start with 2 single crochets together, then 3 single crochets together all the way down, and then end with 2 single crochets together. And you'll do that and repeat that back and forth until you get the size that you want for the size of the pillow form that you're using. And let me show you what my panel looks like. We'll put this to the side. So I have, all right, so here is my panel. Let me zoom out where you guys can see this partial. But is this puzzle yarn not gorgeous? I love how it's striped up. I love, this is actually the back. Here's the front. But I love how this puzzle yarn striped up, and it's just the perfect size for my pillow to fit on my pillow form. So for the second side, we are going to be making I decided on doing a rectangle granny for the second panel, and I'll be right back to show you how I started that. Alright guys, I'm back. We're going to start that back panel making a rectangular granny, and you want to do a chain of 3, multiples of 3 plus 2. And to get the right size for this pillow, or whatever pillow form you're using, you take, if you're using a rectangular size pillow form, to get the measurement for your beginning chain, you want to take the length of your pillow minus the width of your pillow. Since mine is 16 by 12, that leaves me 4 inches, so my starting chain has to be 4 inches long, and 17 stitches will give me that multiple of 3 plus 2, and that'll be the perfect length to start. So what you want to do to start with is you want to go into the second chain from the hook and make a single crochet, and then you want to single crochet all the way across down the length of your chain. Okay? And I'll be right back when I get to the end of that chain. Okay, I have done my single crochets down the length of my chain. So we're going to turn our chain, and for the second round we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. This counts as the first double crochet in our granny cluster. and we're going to put 2 more double crochets down here in the base of this chain. So 2 more doubles, and then we're going to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and we're going to put another granny cluster, which is 3 double crochets in the same stitch, and we're going to put 3 doubles right here in that next one after we skip 2 stitches. Okay, and we're going to continue doing this. We're going to skip 2, 1, 2, and we're going to put 3 more. Okay, we're going to do this all the way down the length of our chain, and I'll show you what we're going to do at the end of the chain. Alright guys, I've done my clusters all the way down. So we get to the end, we have 3 stitches left. So we're going to skip 2, and then the third one is actually this chain that we created at the beginning, and that's what we're going to work into at the end, is this chain space at the very end. So we're going to go into that chain space at the very end, and we're going to do a few things. We're going to do we're going to make 2 doubles right here in the base of that chain, inside that chain space. You've got 2 doubles right here. Let's see, I'm looking at my notes, I don't want to miss anything. Oh no, actually 3 doubles. We're doing a cluster. So we're going to do 3 doubles, and this is going to make the corner to turn in our rectangle. We're going to chain 2. In that same space, we're going to put 3 more doubles. 1, there we go. 2, 3. Let me get some more yarn here. There we go. Chain 2, and then 3 more doubles, and we're doing that all in that same ending chain space. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we have in that last space at the end of our chain of our single crochets, we had 3 double, chain 2, 3 double, chain 2, 3 doubles, and that just helps, and you can see that rectangle shape forming. That just makes that corner. So now we're going to work on the opposite side of our chain, and we're going to do just like we did on the other side. We're going, and we've got those 3 clusters right there, we're going to skip 2 those stitches, and in the third we're going to put a granny cluster, which is 3 doubles in the same space. 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip 2, go to the third one, and put a cluster again. 1, 3 doubles in the same stitch. We're going to skip 2, 1, 2, 3 double crochet clusters. 1, 3 double crochets in the same stitch for a granny cluster. 2, 3. Okay, now what we're going to do when we get to the end of this, we need to do the same thing that we did right here at this end. So when we get to the end, we already have, you've got your, if you skip 2, you've got your space. You already have, well, you've got your chain 3, okay, and your 2 doubles right here that makes this cluster. So what we're going to do is in that same ending space where we started our chain 3, we're going to put 3 doubles. 1, 2, 3, chain 2. Gotta get some more yarn here, sorry. 3 doubles. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and then since we already have our cluster here, we're just going to go to the top of our chain 3 and we're going to make a slip stitch. Now, if you are using to make your granny rectangle, and then we have the same end at this side that we do on this side. Now, if you're going to be using different colors to stripe your granny rectangle, then you would fasten off and cut your yarn here, and you would begin your next cluster in this corner chain space. But since we're doing the same, since I'm using a variegated yarn and I'm not going to cut and change colors, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip stitch over in these next 2 stitches, and I'm going to slip stitch 1, 2, and then I'm going to slip stitch in the space, that first space between my granny clusters. I'm going to slip stitch in that space. I'm going to chain 3, and I'm going to do 2 more doubles to complete that first granny cluster. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is skip and put 3 clusters in every one of these spaces going down, and I will meet you when I get to this corner space. Alright guys, I've done my 3 clusters all the way down. I'm at my corner chain space. So what we're going to do here is we are going to do that. Since it's a corner, we're going to do 2 clusters with a chain 2 in between. So we'll go 1, 2, 3 doubles, chain 2, 1, 2, 3. So that's what we're going to be doing in the corner. 3 double, chain 2, 3 double. If you're familiar with granny squares, you'll remember to do that. Then we're going to skip these stitches and go over to the next corner, and we're going to do the same thing. Well, if I can get my hook to work with me. Okay, come on, this is silly. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and 3 more in that corner space. 1, 3 more doubles. 2, 3. And there's our second corner, our next corner of our round made. Okay, then we're going to continue with 3 doubles. 3 doubles in that space. In each, well, 3 doubles in each space between the clusters. We're going to do 3 double clusters, and then we're going to do our, here's our corner, so we're going to do 3 doubles, chain 2, 3 doubles in that same corner, skip over, and I'll meet you back here and show you how to finish this corner off. Alright guys, we've made it around, and I meant to tell you, you've got to be careful. We started on the side, so this is actually our last corner when we come around. So I've done my cluster, chain 2 cluster in this corner. Now we're going to skip over, and we're going to go to this corner, and we're going to do 3 doubles. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2, and 3 more in that same corner space. 1, 2, and if you're just starting out doing a rectangular granny or granny squares at all, I would suggest that you go back to your corners. You've got 2 corners down here, and you've got 2 corners up here. I would place stitch markers in those corners just to help you remember, okay, I'm at a corner, I need to do a cluster, chain 2, and a cluster. So we've got our corners, and now we're back. So all we're going to do is slip stitch to that beginning chain 3 to finish our round off. And that's what your rectangle is looking like. Okay, so from here on out until you get your rectangle the size of your pillow form, you're just going to keep repeating what I just did. You're going to slip stitch. Let me zoom into this a little bit. Whoop, there we go. You're going to slip stitch across where you joined. You have a cluster right here where you joined, so you're going to slip stitch across, and that's and you're going to slip stitch till you, and 1 2 stitches, and the third slip stitch is in this first space in between the two clusters. You're going to do your 3 double crochet cluster, and you're going to work 1 in every space along the side. You're going to put 3 double crochets every space, no chaining in between, just 3 double crochets in each space. When you get to your corner, 3 double, chain 2, 3 double. You have a space on the side now, so don't forget that. Put a 3 double crochet cluster there, then 3 double, chain 2, 3 double in the corner, and then you're going to continue putting clusters in each of these spaces. Then make your corners, and you're going to do that all the way around. You're only putting 3 double crochets along the sides in the spaces between the clusters. In the corner, you're doing 3 double, chain 2, 3 double in each of the 4 corners. Continue that until you get your granny rectangle the size of your panel. And I will be right back when I get that panel finished. Alright guys, I'm back and I have my panel finished. I'm so excited. Let me see if I can raise my camera up so that you can see how this looks. There we go. Forgive my mess over here. But anyway, here it is, all complete. Is that not? I just love this puzzle yarn and how it works up. So I have finished my panel. It's the perfect size for my pillow form. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our forms. I've got my back panel that I did the granny, and I have my rocking stitch for my front panel, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to put them wrong sides together. Yep, wrong sides together. We're having the right side of each panel facing out, and we're just going to sandwich those together like this. And what we're going to do is, I think the easiest way to put these together, well, if I can get my yarn in the right position, that might help. There we go. What we're going to do is, and if it helps, you can use a stitch marker to hold everything together. To hold your corners and everything together, you can use a stitch marker. But what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to hold the panels together, and I'm going to go through both thicknesses, and we're just going to do a single crochet all the way around. And I am going to, I've started in the middle here, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to single crochet. Let me bring my, and remember, go through both thicknesses. Okay. And guys, this doesn't have to be an exact science. It's just go through the thicknesses, go through each side, hold them together, go through each thickness, and do a single crochet. And we're going to do that all the way around. Okay, and you can see I barely have, this is how much I have left of that 384 yard skein. So we're going to have enough to close this up. So what I want you to do is I want you to continue single crocheting. When you get to a corner, put 3 singles in your corner to make that transition. And I'm going to meet you back when I've gotten around to this side. Okay? Okay guys, since we started going around our connecting our 2 edges, and I just dropped my needle, there we go, or my hook. Since we started our edges back here in the middle of this side, I wanted to stop at this corner and go ahead and put the pillow form inside. So we're just going to go in this short edge, and we're going to go ahead and slide our pillow form in to our pillow like this. Just get it scrunched down in there. I love this. It's so pretty. All right, so we got our pillow form in. So then I'm just going to continue to close up this side, 3 singles in the corner, and back to where we started, and I will meet you back up when I've got that all sewed together. All right guys, I've gotten all the way around. So what I'm going to do, and I don't know what that is right there, but we're just going to tuck that in. And we are going to come right over here where we started. I'm going to go under that little nub so I can hide it. And we're going to do a slip stitch. And then we are going to cut our yarn and pull that back through and cinch that tight. And then we will sew in. And there it is. We will sew that in. And this is our pillow. How much do you love it? We had about this much yarn left, but this is the first side, and here is the side with the rocking stitch. So you could have either side facing out. It doesn't bother me that the pillow shows through because, you know, you can barely see it. It's a nice little accent. If you wanted to line this side, you could, but it's not necessary. So I hope you've enjoyed this video today. And I hope you like the pillow. Make sure I'll meet you back over. I want to do some closing remarks, so I'll meet you back over at the computer. How much do you love it? How much do you love it? How much do you love it? I absolutely love my pillow. It's squishy and soft, and I love this rocking stitch. It is gorgeous. I love it. And you can do the rectangle granny like I showed in the description, or you could do both sides with the rocking stitch. It's totally up to you. It's completely your pillow, so you make it yours. Just a reminder, after you finish watching this video, you want to go to each of our videos. You want to go to mine. After you watch mine, go to Heather at Strings and Threads and watch hers. Watch Totally Fierce Crochet's Thomas at Totally Fierce Crochet. Watch his. Jessie from Sweet Moments by Jessie. And then go over to watch Connie at Just Another Stitch. There's 5 of us to watch this time. Woo! Go over, watch all of ours. And then in our community tabs, this time you're only going to see 4. In my community tab, you will not see my name. In each of the other community tabs, you will not see that person's name because YouTube will only let us put 4 options in a poll. So here's what we're going to do. If you choose to vote for my project after you've watched all 5 of our videos so you can make a good decision, if you decide you want to vote for my project, you need to vote for my project in one of the other 4 persons community tab, either Heather, Jessie, Thomas, or Connie, and I'll have their channels linked in the description box. So make sure if you're voting for my project that you vote in one of the other 4 creators community tab polls, because we weren't able to include our own in there. And the other creators are going to be explaining that as well. And as always, whenever you vote, make sure to leave a comment under the poll, because if you just vote, then we don't see your name and we won't be able to include you in the giveaway for the project that got the most votes. Okay. So make sure that you comment. And like I said, I'm going to say it again. If you're voting for my project, you need to go to one of the other 4 creators to their community tab and vote for my project in one of their polls. So it'll count, and comment for to be into the giveaway. So I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed watching me make this pillow, and I've had fun making it. Go watch the other creators, and hey, let us know next year if you would like to be, we've still got some openings for December. So if you'd like to be a part of Battle of the Stitches for December or any of the other months next year, let us know so we can give you the heads up on what stitch we're going to be doing that month. Also, next Wednesday, we will be going live on Critters Crochet. Instead of 1:30 Central like normal, we're going to start at 11 Central because we want to be sure that Thomas, because he's over in Sweden, so he needs, I think that's right. So I apologize, Thomas, if I'm wrong, but he needs to, with the time, he's 6 hours different. So we need to start at 11 Central with our live instead of 1:30 next Wednesday. So make sure you stay tuned for that, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you so much, guys, for watching my video today. I really appreciate it very much. And let's get Critters Crochet to 2,000 subscribers. Hashtag Critters Crochet, road to 2K. So if you like this tutorial, there are lots more. So please like, comment, and subscribe to Critters Crochet. And make sure that you tap that notification bell so that you don't miss any videos when they come up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.